Hi, today we're gonna go ahead and tap into some PVC Schedule 80 pipe. We're gonna install an injector, chlorine injector, using the 1/4-inch threads on the bottom. For this job we need a 7/16" drill bit, a 1/4-inch tap, which on there it calls for the 7/16" drill. A drill, of course, either a tap wrench or a crescent wrench, injector, Teflon tape. To get this started, you use the drill bit. Go ahead and chuck it into your drill. Mark your hole on the pipe where you're going to do it. Make sure you're perfectly perpendicular with the pipe and drill your hole. Stuff kind of flies everywhere. Hole looks nice and clean. At this moment, we need to go ahead and insert our tap into the hole. Sometimes it helps just to tap it a little bit, get the teeth of the tap to start biting onto the pipe. Usually manually is best. Once it's in there, we want to make sure it's straight up and down in both directions. Everything's set, it looks good. We'll go ahead and set our crescent wrench on there, and we'll slowly start to tap into this pipe. For the first couple of rotations, we'll go all the way around to make sure we're biting into the plastic. Alright, now that this tap is biting into the plastic nice, we're going to back up about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch turn on every rotation. What we're doing on that reverse is we're actually clearing the cutting edge on the tap and removing that plastic. We're in no hurry to cut this pipe, especially if it's an upright, if it's working pipe. It's not as easy to replace. So continue going on. Another full rotation with a 1/4 to a 1/2 back. It's so important to always back that out. Another rotation, 1/4 to a 1/2 back. We're going to go another full rotation all the way down. Another 1/4 to a 1/2 back. We're going to keep working this tap all the way down into this Schedule 80 pipe. Now this tap is actually it's beveled, so as it works down in there, it's making a larger cut. We're going to work it all the way down till there's about 2 teeth left on the tap. That's the important part, is always reverse your turn after about a full turn. Of course, if you were working with metal, you would use lubricants and backing it out. So it's still working this in. We're over halfway in, creating new threads in this PVC, this Schedule 80. And here we go. We're about 3 tap threads out, and I'm going to take it down to I only see probably 1 to 2 tap threads left. See if you can get that. Let me back it up and drive it on down. If you look right here, you'll see there's only maybe 1 tap thread left in there. Okay. Now we're going to start to remove this. It gets real easy when you start to take it out. And when you take it out, you want to be real gentle, not to cross thread this, because you'll cut into the good threads that you just made. Clean it off. It looked really nice. The threads are nice and formed in there. Next step, we're going to take the injector. We're just going to dry fit it. Just make sure it fits all the way down there and seats, and I think fits perfect, like a glove. So we can't just screw this in there and not have it leak. We have to either use some type of pipe dope, some type of Teflon thread in this case. Teflon tape is actually directional. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You're gonna wrap this around the thread in the opposite direction that you would normally put it in, righty-tighty. So about 3 wraps. It's a good starting point. I'm gonna gently put it in there and just fine the thread. You don't want to cross thread it or you'll smash all that plastic down, and that fit right in. We're going to take it all the way down to the bottom till it stops. You can use a wrench. Don't go cranking on it too hard with the wrench. We're just dealing with plastic here. That's nice. So the last step here is we now have our injector in place. The check valve is inside there. We're using a compression fitting here that actually has the built-in compression fittings inside of the fitting. A lot of these come separate. This one's all one piece. 3/8 inch tubing is what we use off of our Stinner pumps. We're going to push that tubing through. We're going to ensure that tubing seats all the way down to the bottom of that injector and can't go any further. Take the top down, supporting the tube, and sometimes even the injector at the same time. We're going to go ahead and screw that down. Hand tight is usually all you need in this scenario, because we can always go back later and tighten it. If you tighten it with the wrench, you do run the possibility of cracking this fitting on top. So that's it. Thank you for joining us. This was putting a chlorine injector into a Schedule 80 pipe.